DiBiase. You know, there's another DiBiase brother, Mike DiBiase, who's down in FCW right now. But a lot of people say that Brett is real green. So they're kind of surprised that they brought him up this quick. Who knows if it was just a
I bet it was just supposed to be a thing, and I think because it got so much attention, they had to do something with it. Because, I mean,
well, they brought him to Raw last night. You know what I mean? So
true.
Unless they, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they
do.
He's
the bastard child of the group right now. Orton punks him around and makes him leave and doesn't take him serious. But a lot of the talk I've heard is that when the Marine 2 finally comes out, they're going to turn Ted DiBiase babyface.
Right.
I guess
they
have Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is kind of like a super kiss ass right now, and Ted DiBiase kind of does his own thing. So they're like planting the seed already for Ted to finally want to do his own stuff or whatever, and Cody's just a suck ass and a kiss ass for Orton. And I guess Brett is there to replace Ted if they switch him face for Marine 2 promotion, and it'll be DiBiase Rhodes, just a different DiBiase filling the spot. What's Brett?
There were plans a while back to bring the DiBiase brothers up, Mike, Brett, and Ted, and have the three of them come.
$1 million trio or something. That would be
Well, it was supposed to be the $1 Billion Boys Society.
Oh, really? They had a name and everything.
Yeah, they had the name all planned out. I don't know if this is still going to go down with the DiBiase brothers, but they were supposed to act like a bunch of preppy assholes. You know what I mean?
I don't like it. Oh, it's kind of like what the hell are they called? The Mean Street Posse, so something like that.
Right,
sweater vests and tie and.
Exactly like that. And it was supposed to be called the Billionaire Boys Society. We're gonna put something up on the website. I don't know.
I don't like it.
Ted DiBiase Jr.'s got he's got the I don't know. I don't have a problem. All right. Whatever. All right, and then at our main event, Orton was able to retain. Yeah, main event was just.
It was the main event. It was what it was supposed to be. I'm glad they put it on last. It was the best match on the show. It was the most anticipated match on the show. It was the biggest title change on the show. So, yeah, it should have been on last. It was a great match. It was the main event. And like we talked about earlier, they did some crazy shit in that match. And
it ended with return at the end, too.
Yeah, well, so CM Punk wins the match after a bunch of hellacious bumps. He finally gets up there and gets the belt down. He's the new champion. And so he's standing over Jeff Hardy's dead body, posing with the title. You think that's how the show ends. Then the gong hits, the lights go out. The gong hits again, the lights come back on. And this time, like some Chris Angel shit, you got Jeff Hardy disappears and Undertaker's laying there where Jeff Hardy was. Jeff Hardy's nowhere to be found. And it was instant. It was a gong, lights go out, gong, lights come on, and it's Undertaker laying there. And he grabs him by the throat from his back. He sits up and he choke slams him. The lights go purple. He does his little kneel down and raise his hand to the sky thing, and that's how SummerSlam ended. So Undertaker's back.
It was a cool way to end a pretty good SummerSlam show.
Yeah, because you send the people home happy with the babyface stuff instead of the heel winning the title. You get the Undertaker, the big triumphant finish to the show. It was perfect. Nobody saw it coming either. I mean, we didn't hear anything about Undertaker being there.
We knew Taker was going to be back here, and I mean, with Jeff Hardy leaving WWE, we knew that Taker was going to come back and basically fill the spot.
No, we didn't really know that. I mean, we knew that was a possibility, but we thought it was CM Punk.
I had put up on the websites. I mean, they were supposed to start building Taker's return here in the coming weeks. With Jeff leaving this week, we knew that Taker was.
You think it was better the way they did it instead of building it up, just having him be there at SummerSlam?
As a surprise, yeah. I like that better. I'm a big fan of that. I mean, who isn't of surprise element? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's very hard for surprises to mean anything anymore because they've done them so many times and they've relied on them so many times to pop ratings and pay-per-views that usually the surprise don't live up to the hype, but that's because it's a built-up surprise. When they have a surprise that you're not expecting and nobody's talking about and it just happens, those are cool moments. And I agree. I think it was better the way they handled it with his return.
Yeah, a really good way to end the show. And, the problem with that, I mean, a lot of times where you're coming off a match like TLC, an amazing match, you don't want to tarnish the ending of it. You know what I mean? You don't want to
I think that added to it, though. I don't think it took away from it. But I know you're right. A lot of times that can take away from something great, like great TLC match like that. But I think that just added to it, man.
The problem I have, I mean, they announced on Raw last night that you're going to do, I mean, you're coming off a TLC match, okay, at the pay-per-view, and now you're going to do a cage match.
I think that was just supposed to be a dark match, and then for some reason they bumped it up to the final TV match.
It's probably an injury angle of some sort. You know what I mean? Where Taker's obviously going to do a feud with CM Punk, so I would assume they'll insert him into tonight's SmackDown.
Well, they would have to, because I mean this is Jeff Hardy's last appearance of any kind with the company, right? So they got to switch the gears tonight at the taping.
Well, and I think you'd have to write Jeff Hardy off TV as well. You know,
well, that's what I'm saying. You got to have some big clusterfuck finish where they get Jeff Hardy out of there and Undertaker in there all in one shot.
Exactly. Just a mess of a finish.
Isn't all the Raw guys supposed to be at the tapings tonight too? I read.
Well, there was a few. I mean, there's a dark match that they've advertised. It's DX and John Cena as a team against the Legacy and Randy Orton 3-on-3.
Yeah, but isn't Mark Henry there and a bunch of other Raw guys supposed to be there and stuff?
A bunch of guys are supposed to be there. I don't know how many of them are going to be. I mean, I know DX John Cena is versus the Legacy with Orton is the dark match, but I'm not.
But as far as TV, are they going to put any of those guys on TV, or is that just to beef up the ticket sales for the live event?
We shall see, my man.
I didn't know if we knew or not.
No, we'll see later tonight when they do the SmackDown tapings. I haven't heard of any names that are there other than what's advertised for the dark match later tonight.
Oh, they had a big list that came out. Yeah, I should look that up during the break. Yeah, there's a lot of names supposed to be there.
I'll tell you what. We'll take a commercial break. Come back after the break. Look at that chat room. Crazy, guys. WZROnline.com /chat. Get on in there right now. Register all you guests that are, in there. I know you guys can't type right now because we have that turned off, but go to TalkShoe.com. Register. Get yourself a username and password. And on a weekly basis, we'll shout you out here live in hour number 2. We'll do shout-outs in hour number 2. Your live phone calls as well, 724-444-7444. Call ID number is 30273, followed by the pound key. We're taking your live phone calls. We're running down Monday Night Raw after the break. We're talking UFC 102 this Saturday night. News. And we're doing shout-outs, news, lots and lots of stuff in hour number 2. Probably have to go into a third hour tonight because we're running a little bit behind on time. We'll see how we do in hour number 2. You're listening.
Yo, what song are you going to play at the break here, man? What do we got?
I'm actually was going to play some real corny shit. I already got
Don't
it.
Do it, dude.
Don't
do it, man. What are you playing?
Gotta do it. You are listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after Fleetwood Mac.
Oh.
Give it up for a little bit of Fleetwood Mac. We're back.
I won't do it.
We're back live on WZR Radio here on WZROnline.com. I'm Ryan Clark. He's a Matt Boone. And we're going to be here for about the next hour, maybe 2.
Maybe.
Not quite 2. We'll see how we do here in hour number 2. We got a bunch of phone calls here, which we're going to take here in just a couple minutes. WZROnline.com /chat. There's probably 70, 80 people in the live chat room tonight, Matty B, which is pretty damn crazy. Good times. What else? We're going to run down Monday Night Raw. We got UFC 102 coming up this Saturday night, which we're going to talk about a little bit. It's basically a one-match show. Main event is all anybody really cares about. I don't even know anything about the undercard myself.
It's a weak undercard, yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about that and a bunch of other things as well. So, a lot to talk about, and we're running a little bit late tonight, so we'll get right into it. What do you want to do? We ran down SummerSlam. SummerSlam's basically the second biggest pay-per-view behind WrestleMania, so we had to spend a little bit of time on that. But let's talk about Monday Night Raw from last night. Do this a little bit quicker than we did SummerSlam. Then we've got a bunch of news that we're going to get to, and then, like I said, live phone calls and chat shout-outs here as well. No SmackDown spoilers tonight. They're in Phoenix. ECW is going to air live. SmackDown is going to be taped later, so it's going to be kind of a late night. You guys may have to stay up kind of late tonight or wake up tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to get the spoilers. All right, Monday Night Raw from last night. Matty B, You know, it was better than recent shows. I mean, I'll give it that. It wasn't great. It wasn't even good, but it wasn't horrible, horrendous like recent weeks. I mean, what'd you think overall?
I would say much like SummerSlam, there was enough good stuff on it that the overall impression I get when I think back on it is that it was a solid show. I mean, it wasn't good or great, like you said, but it wasn't bad. I mean, there was bad moments, but the show as a whole wasn't bad, I don't think.
Well, the opening segment,
that could have been so damn good. It could have been so good. They just went, like I said earlier, they just went too freaking long with it. And Vince was even alluding to that in the ring. He was looking at his watch, asking when is this going to be over, and right. But it went way too long. It could have been great if they would have cut the Elvis thing out, if they would have cut the Big Dick Johnson thing out. Everything else would have been a fine segment. But yeah.
And what was the two guys from the Circus Delay or whatever?
Cirque du Soleil. That's the same stuff we saw Chris Angel do. It's like that pageantry crap they do in Vegas.
Well, when we were in Vegas, man, remember you would see signs for that everywhere. Everywhere you looked, it was that Cirque du Soleil or whatever.
Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil, whatever it is.
Something like that. Cirque du Soleil. But it's like a Broadway kind of show. It's with a bunch of dancing and colorful stuff. It's like it's something. Just drop some acid and go watch Cirque du Soleil. That's what you want to do. But
it's a circus, isn't it?
It's not a circus. It's circus-like because it's crazy and the outfits and the dancing and it's a lot of synchronized dancing and weird shit. But
did you just tell our fan base to drop some acid?
Well, they're going to at some point in their life anyway. I mean, once or twice. If you're going to do it and you want to have a good time, go to one of these shows.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? People are going to do acid? I've never done acid in my life. Come on, people are going to go out and do acid?
The shit's around, man. It gets to you. I don't know. If you're gonna do it, go to a Cirque du Soleil show. You're not gonna be in Vegas anyway, so we're okay.
All right, well, go do some acid and go to Cirque du Soleil or whatever.
Kids don't do acid. There we go. There's a disclaimer.
Kids don't do. I know. We got a lot of kids listening.
Kids don't smoke hallucinogens. You know.
Jesus Christ, dude. All right, we started.
Well, it's like they had from the movie Knocked Up. It's basically I was trying to explain what Cirque du Soleil is. In the Knocked Up movie, in the scene when they go to see Cirque du Soleil, they're tripping off acid. That was the best thing I could think of in my head to relate to it. I'm sorry.
You are great.
I'm not telling anybody to go do acid, believe me.
You are a piece of work. Monday Night Raw from last night. We opened up the show. Actually, school letter grade. I got to go. What do I give SummerSlam? A B? I'll give Raw a C.
I would probably give Raw. I gave SummerSlam a B minus. I would probably give Raw a B minus also. Maybe a C plus. It wasn't as good as, but I mean, it's not a pay-per-view, first of all, so you can't grade it the same as SummerSlam, but
right.
It was a good enough show, I thought. I thought it was good. Like, I think there was something up with Mayweather. Nobody's reported on it yet, but I think he was late or something because there was even supposed to be, somebody emailed me and said on commentary, Jerry Lawler said there was going to be a match with Carlito and Kofi Kingston on the show. And then there wasn't, and then they did the one little goofy thing with Carlito in the backstage, because it was right after Miz and Santino, when Miz was talking about how he's going to take the U.S. title from Kofi, and then after that, Jerry Lawler said something like later tonight, Kofi Kingston and Carlito, and then they never did the match, and that was supposed to be a match made by Mayweather. The Mayweather Melee that the Divas did was supposed to be made by Mayweather. Triple H in the opening segment even said, Mayweather's not here yet, so I'll just make a match myself. It'll be us and Vince versus Orton and you know what I mean? I think all that was supposed to be Mayweather. I don't know what was going on.
Well, here's the deal with I was talking to you during Raw, and in recent weeks with Freddie Prinze Jr. and just everybody, who's there, Shaq. I mean, they opened up the show.
That's the big thing. They come out, they make the matches, Yeah.
Right, and it seemed to me that Vince birthday segment seemed like a lot of it seemed improvised or something. Maybe a